In this video, we're solving a rather simple trig equation. This problem says, find all values of theta such that 4 times the sine of theta plus 5 equals 7. So, as we would with any equation, first we isolate the function, and then we'll take its inverse. So first, to isolate this function, let's subtract 5 from both sides. And we end up with 4 times the sine of theta is equal to 2. Now, to isolate the sine of theta here, we'll divide both sides by 4. And we end up with the sine of theta is equal to 2 over 4, which is 1/2. Now, the sine of theta equals 1/2. This 1/2 should be a value that is very familiar to you. There's a table of special angles and the trig values of those special angles that you need to have memorized. And so you should know that when the sine of theta is equal to 1/2, one value that works for theta is 30 degrees, because the sine of 30 degrees is 1/2. 30 is a special angle. But that's not the only value that will work. Remember, once we find one value, we're going to use a reflection to find other possible values. So on the side, the next step is to draw a unit circle. Estimate where 30 degrees is. 30 degrees is perhaps right about there. There's my 30. Since this is a sine, I'm going to reflect it across the y-axis. Here we are. And we need to find the size of this larger angle here. Well, if this is 30, that means that this is 30, which means that if we went the whole way, that would be 180, but we're not going the whole way. We have to back up 30, and so what we have is 180 minus 30, so another angle that will do it for us is 150. But this was saying all values of theta that will do this trick, and there's no reason that we have to only go around the circle at most once. You see, we could go 30 degrees, or we could go 30 degrees plus 360 more, so this would be 390 degrees. In fact, we could go around the circle as many times as we want. We could go around n times. And so to each of these values, we're going to add on to that plus 360 times n. This n stands for the number of times we went around the circle. So here, this is also 150 degrees plus 360 times n. And here are all of the solutions. There's an infinite number of different solutions expressed in this way.